Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hello. Y'all let me know when you're on. My name is Tracey. I am with Tracey's Fancy, and we are here at 9 o'clock on every single Friday morning for Fancy Food Friday, where we talk about healthy living and a healthy lifestyle and autoimmune protocol and paleo and good food and whole food and all of that good stuff. We're going to make juice together this morning. I'm gonna wait just a couple of minutes for everybody to kind of pile on, and we're gonna get started. Good morning, Corrine. How are you, hon? We haven't talked much this week. Good morning, Connie. Good morning, Barb. Hi, everybody. We're in my kitchen. We're in my kitchen today. We're gonna make some juice. Good morning, Trevor. Hi. Is this Trevor or Haley? I don't know. Probably Trevor. Trevor has been under the weather this week. He threw his back out in the middle of their remodel, like really threw his back out. It happened while we were there. It was heartbreaking to watch him go through that. He was really hurting, but he's doing much better. So you guys tell me what y'all have been up to this week. Corrine, what have you been doing? You and I've been low key this week. How have you been? And Connie, how are you doing, honey? How are you doing on your whole food diet? Now let me know how you are. We had a really busy weekend last week. Hi, Rebecca. Is it Rebecca or Becky? I don't know. Do your good friends call you Becky? I don't know. Renaissance Gypsy. We went to Abilene after I talked to you guys last week, and we had a wonderful weekend. It was such a good weekend. But this weekend we're home. Hey, Pam and Abby. Good morning, y'all. Hi. Hi, Sunshine. How are you? Abby's my niece. We are home this weekend and really, really looking forward to it. We don't have a lot going on. My Aunt Carlene's on. Aunt Carlene. Oh gosh, what's her name? The McCoys. Carol McCoy? Is it Carol? Yay, Corrine, I'm so glad to hear that. I think it was Carol McCoy contacted me last week. She has been watching my live videos secretly without telling me and sent me this long message, and she said you guys are friends on Facebook, and that is so crazy. Yes, Aunt Carlene is. I mean, it just made my day. It made my week. It made my month. She sent me this long message. Wasn't sure I would know who she was. Felt like she had to identify herself, and I was like, "Girl, I know you. I've heard your name my whole life. I remember you. Like I remember." She's like, "I've known you since you were born. Since the day your parents brought you home." Yes, Carol Miller. Exactly. Yes. She mentioned you. She mentioned you. I told her to look up my Uncle Jerry. Aunt Carlene. Sorry, guys, this is a family thing for a second. Aunt Carlene, do you have any communication with my Uncle Jerry? Look up Jerry Poole. If you don't, he's on Facebook all the time, and he's just hilarious. He cracks me up. He contacts me almost every single day. So anyway, I gave her told her to look him up too. So anyway, let me go back here and see what some people were saying. I think Corrine said she's been sharing. Either one of my real close friends call me Gypsy. Okay, so I'm going to call you Gypsy, even though I didn't call you that in person when we hang out. I love you too, Abby. Yeah, Corrine's saying, trying to help them. Corrine, I'm so glad. That's why we're here, right? Hi, Liz. Good morning, Liz. Yeah, Aunt Carlene, look him up. I don't know. He's got my dad's and my Aunt Pamela. She's on too all the time. Do you follow her too, Aunt Carlene? Aunt Pam, you should. They just got the best sense of humor. You guys should re-hook up. I love you too. Anyway, so we're going to do something. We're going to make juice this morning, you guys. I haven't had my green juice yet this morning, but got my juicer and bought one for my parents, 77 and 81, and they love it. That is awesome, Ruth. That is awesome. I am so glad that you did that. You guys know that I only juice once a day. I juice in the morning. I drink my green juice every morning. It's a really good detox. It's a really good way to start your day. It's a really good way to feed your body. And I only do it the one time a day. Juicing removes all of the fiber and gives you a quick dose of vitamins and minerals. But it does, if you use a lot of fruits, it does tend to be a little high in sugars. So I just do it the one time a day. So I follow with lots of fiber all day long. Fiber, salads, healthy fats, all whole food, nothing processed. I eat salmon once a day, chicken, turkey, maybe some grass-fed beef. I try to do 2 doses of protein, even if it's in bone broth. If my husband hasn't made bone broth, because I don't make it, because bones bother me. But I'll drink the bone broth. I order bone broth off of Amazon. So good morning, Cindy. Hi, I'm glad you can make it this morning. So you guys like and share this video. I always forget to say that. You guys are really good, but I don't usually say it till the very end, which makes no sense. If you guys could like and share it right now, maybe someone will see and they'll jump on with us. Liz is saying, good morning, right back at you. She's saying she liked my headboard that I painted. Thank you, Liz. And today, real quick, guys, about I'm also a furniture painter, you guys. I think a lot of you know that. And I am super excited. Something very, very exciting is happening today in my paint world. So right here on Tracey's Fancy. So if you guys will keep your eye out and show me lots of love and support, it's always, I don't get nervous to come on and do lives anymore. And I used to get so nervous. So it just proves that when you just go ahead and do something and you keep doing it and you keep doing it, you just become more comfortable. And so this is something new for me that I'm doing today. It'll be here on Facebook. And if you guys see a post come across from me announcing something new, if you guys would just show me some love, it would ease my mind a little bit, because I'm just nervous because it's new. I'm kind of a little bit scared, and I don't get scared very often. Sandra's asking me, do I eat as well in the morning? Yes, I always follow my juice with food and breakfast. Always. My juice is not my breakfast. I have juice, then I usually have coffee, a cup of coffee, and then I have breakfast. And my breakfast, doing the autoimmune protocol, breakfast is not typical. Breakfast is not your normal breakfast. I don't have eggs. I don't have pancakes. I don't have oatmeal. 30 lives this month, Gypsy. You need to do that. Good for you, girl. You're doing that in June. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. If I don't get to watch them, I'll at least share them. Diane's asking, what time is my new thing? Well, I wanted it to be 9 o'clock, and that didn't happen. A lot of what I do relies on my virtual assistant who's in Florida, and she works for someone that is much larger and bigger than me in the paint world. And so she comes first, and she's worked really hard for me the last few days, really, really hard, but we just couldn't get it all together for 9 o'clock. And we're like, that's okay. We set those limits on ourselves, and that we can come up with a new time today. So I don't have a time, but I would say probably before noon, before lunch today. So thank you, Stacy. Good morning, June. Thank you, Stacy. That really does mean a lot. Anyway, as far as so my breakfast, like yesterday I had salmon for breakfast. I know you guys, a lot of people don't like salmon. I'm not a big fish eater, but I do like salmon. I bake my salmon in the oven on 450 degrees for 20 minutes. And then I just break it up. And yesterday I put it over some cooked spinach. And sometimes I put it over raw spinach like a salad. Sometimes I just eat it with mashed potatoes. Dreaming. I eat it over sweet potatoes. I bake my sweet potatoes in the oven also. And I just like to take my fork and put a little piece of salmon on top of a piece of sliced sweet potato. And I just have one bite like that. And I love it. I think it's so good. So anyway, we're gonna make juice right now. That's a very good question though. This is a morning juice. This is not my typical morning juice. Yeah, dreaming about those mashed potatoes. I mean, take them or leave them, but dreaming, yeah. This is not my typical morning juice. This is just okay, so this is what I'm doing right now is I'm not making my green juice. I had bought some beets, so I decided I wanted to make a beet juice this morning. And I also bought a juice this week at Whole Foods. I don't know if you guys have a Whole Foods near you, but they do have a juice bar. And they have a green juice there that is exactly what my morning green juice is. Exactly. Except they add ginger to it. I love all the hearts. Who is that? Becky, is that you? Yes, that's my Becky love. Becky, thank you for the hearts, honey. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Becky made, can I tell them real quick, Becky? Becky is not Betty Crocker. Becky is Barbie, okay? Becky's like a walking Barbie. She's 50 years old. She looks 20. She lives a very healthy lifestyle. She works out all the time. She is absolutely precious. She's about the size of my 11-year-old. Anyway, her mom also, Linda, I think Linda might be on this morning too, but Linda watches and Linda follows all of my stuff. Becky sent me a message last night saying, hey, your Brussels sprouts. I told her about smashing the Brussels sprouts. That recipe is on my website, traceysfancy.com. All of this information is on traceysfancy.com. We put the videos on every week also. So everything that you want, you can find there. Anyway, so I told her to boil the Brussels sprouts for about 4 to 5 minutes in boiling water. Just drop them in and then take them out and smash them with a glass and then put them in the oven on 400 degrees for, or did we do 400 degrees, Becky? 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. She said she burned the top. She said, thanks, Betty Crocker. And I was like, I am not Betty Crocker. So she sends me a picture and they're burnt on the top and soggy on the bottom. And she said, Betty Crocker, I am not. Yeah. Yes, Jessica. Jessica, do you know my Becky? Do you know her? She's precious. She's so precious. We call her Becky Love. Becky Love. And you know, if you look her up, you can't hate her because she's got a heart that's like this big and would do anything for anyone. And you just have to love her because she's sweet, like sweet tea, like that sweet all the time. She does not have a mean bone in her body. Okay, yes, Jessica, I think you probably have met her. Okay, we're gonna stop talking about Becky because she's probably dying right now. Okay, let's make some juice. So I'm gonna tilt my camera down. This is not a juice. Oh, I was telling y'all Whole Foods. So I had my morning green juice and they put ginger in it, and I'm not a big ginger fan. They put a lot of ginger in it, I think. And whoa, it like lit my mouth up and like made my throat warm and my chest warm and my tummy warm. Ginger has like a heating mechanism in it, and you feel it. I felt it. I don't know if I'm extra sensitive to it, but I liked it. I didn't feel like it was a bad reaction. Does anyone else feel that way? Nini, I hope you're feeling okay. It's been a crazy week. I'm going to call you as soon as this live is over because I have something very, very important that I want to talk to you about, that I want to feel you out for something new. And then we'll see how it goes, and then we can talk to everybody else about it. But I'm going to keep that kind of private. Mwah. I love you, love you, love you. Okay, I'm thinking about you and praying for you every single day, and I have something I want to talk to you about. I'm kind of excited about it. Nini's been out of the hospital now since Sunday, right? Since Sunday, Nini? Or was it Friday? You've been out of the hospital a week. She was in the hospital for a week. So I'm so glad you're here. So anyway, I really liked the ginger. I liked the feeling. I liked the taste. So I'm putting ginger in this one right here. Yes, I'm ready to juice. Sorry, Cream. I start rambling. Okay, down we go. So here we go. This is what I'm doing. This is my juicer. It's an old juicer. It's old. It's a Krups, but it works beautifully. It is a centrifugal, not a masticating juicer. I think masticating is supposed to be better, but I mean, it works, and I'm benefiting from it. So centrifugal means that it spins on this blade. Why isn't my blade coming out? It spins on this like filter thing, and it's got a blade in the bottom, and it spins, and the juice spins really fast, and it goes across this grater that's in the bottom, and the pulp is sent out into this basket, and the juice is sent out into this side into a cup. And I got fancy for y'all today because let me show you what I normally use. Okay, if we're gonna be real, this is discolored because I drink my juice out of it every day. This is what I drink my juice out of. This is a Bill Miller cup from Bill Miller. And it normally had like green beans or beans in it. I love this cup. It's the perfect size for my juice that I drink every morning, but it's kind of ugly. So, I went like healthy, fancy, clear glass, which we really should be drinking out of glass anyway. Okay, so this goes on here, drops down. This is where you feed the juice through right here. It's gonna be loud. I've already washed everything. So the juice that I'm gonna make is, I'm using a whole cucumber. Can y'all see me over here? Let me go down. All right, so I'm using a whole cucumber. I've just cut it up like this. I am going to use, these are my beets. I've already washed them. They came with the stems on them. I've already cut those off. So the beets, I know a lot of people aren't fond of beets. I'm not real sure why. I think they taste kind of earthy, but they're also, look how pretty. I mean, I find joy in that, you guys. I am a color lover and I find joy in that. So this is beets, and they are sweet. Beets are sweet and I love them. So I'm going to cut these up because my, the newer juicers have bigger openings that you can put like big wads of stuff down. You can see that this is a pretty small opening. You see that? It's kind of small. So I have to cut things up pretty well. When this one dies, I'll get another one and I'll get one with a larger opening, and I probably will get a masticating juicer also. It doesn't heat up. It's a cold press, so that's supposed to be better. All right, so that's my beets. They are just beautiful. Watch, I mean, this is like the old-fashioned makeup, you see? Like from the Cleopatra days, right? Is that what I learned in the 5th grade? Okay, so that's beets. I'm also gonna put in a couple of celery stalks. I've already cut those up. I don't really have to cut the leaves off of that, but I do. I am gonna use an apple only because I wanna use, there's a reason look how pretty, guys. I don't know why, I just love this. Isn't that pretty how the beet juice got on the apple? Is that weird? I love that. Jessica said eating a beet is like eating a spoonful of dirt. Oh, Jess, you're being dramatic. But people do say it tastes like dirt. Do you also think cilantro tastes like dirt? A lot of people think cilantro tastes like dirt. Jessica, your mom just got on. Say hi to your mama. Julie and Jessica are both on. Jess, I just realized I never answered you about, you called me about something about a farm. I was on my way to New Braunfels that day. I totally forgot. I do want to talk to you. Let's talk today, Jess. I have time to talk today, okay? All right, so the juice that I looked up online said to only use half a lemon, but I love taking a whole lemon every day. Yeah, I know, Jess, I'm sorry. I suck. I'm trying to keep up. Anyway, it said to only use half a lemon because it can be too strong. And it also said to peel it, but I want the lemon skin. There's a lot of nutritional value in this lemon skin. So I want the lemon skin. So I'm gonna use that. They said it's bitter. The way to counteract bitter lemon is to add an apple. So the sweetness of the apple will offset the bitterness of the lemon. So that's why I've added an apple. I'm only cutting off the tiny ends of the lemon. And finally, the ginger root. I have a cousin named Ginger, and she's precious. So it said a 1/4 inch, but I'm gonna do more than that. I think Whole Foods did more than that. So I'm gonna do an inch. Is that crazy? Does anyone have a lot of experience with ginger? I never used ginger. So I think that's a little more than an inch. Talk to me. Hearts, scary face, yes, no. Should I do that much? I don't know. Maybe that's a little much. Oh, heck, I'm doing it. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. So, oh my goodness. I think someone's at my door. Sparkles, what? You cannot be doing that. I'm on a live video. Sorry, guys. Here, Sparky, come on. Go in there. Okay. No one was at my door. I use 1/2 inch to 1 inch, says Ruth. Becky says yes. Becky, are you saying yes to, you heard a thumbnail size? A thumbnail size? That's like, well, that's a 1/4 inch, I guess. Lonnie, ginger is not sweet. Ginger is very strong, and it is, if someone doesn't like ginger, put it in hot water and make ginger tea. Diane says, you know, I don't normally, did y'all hear, Mary, I don't usually throw that away. Yeah, okay, I'll take him back. Here. I actually did say I don't need to cut these off. Yeah, it was, like you said, it's a program thing. So I'll put these back in. I don't normally, I usually just stick the whole celery stalk in there. And honestly, I usually put the center of the apple in there too, and I just cut the core of the apple out, so good point. Becky's saying they use a lot of ginger. Okay, yeah, ginger is not sweet, it's spicy. It's like, it's got like a spice to it. I loved it. I loved it last week. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna turn this on, you guys. It's loud. Remember, this is not my normal juice. My normal juice is filled with kale and spinach and lots of green leafy vegetables, cilantro and parsley, and that's on traceysfancy.com. You can find that on traceysfancy.com. This is a different one. Ginger essential oil is the only oil I dislike, says Sherry. I've not even tried that. All right, here we go. I'm turning it on. Let's see. I'm excited because I think it's going to be pretty. Oh, got to plug it in. A little pusher. Apple. All right, I've never put ginger through here, so here we go, ginger. Lots of ginger. All right, lemon. It's a big old chunk of lemon. This is a big lemon. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. See how easy, you guys? It's super easy. All right, let's do the beets. Super excited. Love the red. Woo! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not done, but I want to show you this. Look how pretty. I still have to do more cucumber. Look. Look at it running down into the glass. I love that. I want to paint that. Isn't that awesome? Bye, Lonnie. I'm just seeing that you're saying bye. Isn't that so beautiful, you guys? So pretty. It's like art. It's like art. Okay, it's a little full, so I had this glass ready, a larger glass, because I still need to do the rest of my cucumbers. So I'm going to pour that in there. Now it's just all red. It's this gorgeous raspberry color. I'm going to do the last bit of my cucumber. Right. All right, that was the last bit of my cucumber, which is good to follow anytime you're doing like leaves, like the leafy vegetables like spinach and cilantro and all that. It's good to follow those leafy vegetables in your juicer with cucumber and celery, because a lot of the stuff is still in the blade or whatever you're using, and it'll those are very high water content, and it'll help wash that through and you get the rest of it. So see, this was all cucumber, but look what came out. It still came out red because there was still a lot of beet in my blade. So I'm gonna pour this in here. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. Can y'all see how pretty? Look. So pretty. I don't know why I like that so much. I'm very much about aesthetics, you know? I just need it to be pretty. What do I use? Vinegar and water, Diane, to wash my vegetables. When I bring them home, I wash them. When I bring them home from the store. I always put ice in my juice, y'all. I need ice in my juice. So I've got some ice here. Stir that up. Let me taste it. So when I bring them home, I do a sink full of water, a sink full of warm water, not hot, just kind of warm. And I put a cup of vinegar in the water, just regular white vinegar. And I let them soak for like 10 minutes. Now I don't let my leafy vegetables, like my cilantro and my spinach is already triple washed, you know, it's in the bags. But like my cilantro and leafy things like that, those would wilt. So I just do a quick rinse of those. And most of the stuff I buy is organic, but you still need to wash even the organic. I don't feel like you need to vinegar wash it so much, but you still at least need to rinse it. Okay, so let me try this. Whoa. That was a lot of ginger. Woo! It's, that is fun. That's fun. It's spicy. It is spicy, but it is good. It's really not that sweet. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be. Sherry, I did not check into the local CSA, and I, honest to God, I forgot about it. I just remembered that you mentioned that last week, and I did not check into it. When we finished the live last week, we left for Abilene. We traveled, and then we came home. Is that what we did? One more. Was that last weekend? Oh my gosh, am I going crazy? No, we didn't go to Abilene last week. I'm crazy. I am crazy. We did not go to Abilene. Yeah, it is pretty spicy. Okay, if you buy, Cindy's saying she has a hard time getting wax off the cucumbers. So if you buy organic cucumbers, you do not need to worry about that. Just put them in warm water and vinegar for about 10 minutes and wash them, and that's all you need to do. If you are not buying organic cucumbers, then you need to peel them. Wash them first and then peel them. So just don't leave the peel on them. That's what I've been told by my registered dietitian. Ginger is a natural antiseptic, fresh breath. You know what, I've told y'all before, I don't even do ginger normally, Becky, but I don't have bad breath anymore, ever. I don't have, unless of course I've had like garlic in my food, but I used to wake up with horrible morning breath, like really bad, like I couldn't get to the sink fast enough to brush my teeth. And on this diet, I don't. I just have I have nothing, no taste in my mouth. It's like the cilantro every day. I mean, I eat cilantro all day. I have it in my juice. I eat it in my salads. I put it in all my food. The cilantro and the parsley. My mouth my mouth stays so clean. I think it's clean. It tastes clean. I did, Elaine. I made a new juice for myself this morning. Organic cucumbers have wax on them. They're waxed here too, I know, but she just said rinse them in the vinegar water and it's fine, but she said to leave the peel on. So is it for you to use in your juice? I mean, I think it's fine unless you're eating them and you don't like how that, I don't know how you would get that off. If vinegar doesn't get that off. I don't know, Cindy. Anyway, yeah, last weekend, so, oh my gosh. Oh, we went to the river, right? On Friday. That's what I did. I went to the river on Friday. So the reason I'm having trouble recalling right now is because, so I swear y'all, it's because of this new thing that I've got happening with my business today, okay? I've been just immersed in it for the last 7 days. So I can hardly remember, but I do know that I went to the river on Friday with my daughter and my granddaughter. Both daughters and my granddaughter. And I do know that I went to Memorial Day party on Sunday. Yep, I did that on Sunday. That was a lot of fun. A swimming pool party. So then I just got head over heels into work all week. And so no, I did not look up the local CSA, but thank you for reminding me because I have time to do that this weekend. Kelly, I'm so glad that this motivated you. If you have a juicer that's never been used, pull it out. This was the same way. My husband had this juicer from his marriage before me. He was married before me. And he brought this over and it's literally was stuck in the back of my cabinet. And until I got sick last October, and then I was contacted by a nutritionist who's now a dietitian, and she said, please let me help you. I want you to try this. I pulled this juicer out of this cabinet. It had been used. Matt had used it a couple of times, but I personally had never operated it. Didn't know anything about it. And it's hung in there. It's been 6 months. We're at 166 days, you guys. I am at 166 days of the Autoimmune protocol diet. I've lost a ton of weight. All of my inflammation is gone. I do not hurt anymore. I do not have any aches and pains. My feet don't hurt. My joints don't hurt. I don't get headaches. My breath is fresh. My blood work that I get done regularly is like on point, perfect. I still do take drugs every day. I have to. I still, the whole modern medicine thing. I'm doing the holistic approach along with the conventional medicine. This is my weekly meds, Monday through Friday, and today is Friday, so only one little thing is filled. I just use it. These are empty, but I just take drugs in the morning, and dropped it. My dog's gonna find that. It's a fish oil capsule. Surely that's okay, right? So this is a vitamin supplement. That's a vitamin B. I have a fish oil, vitamin D somewhere. And these two little buggers are my Imuron, which is an anti-rejection drug that they give to people who've had transplants. And I take 200 milligrams of that. And it's not real nice to my body, but it's way better to my body than the prednisone that I've been on for 6 months. I started out on 40 milligrams of prednisone, and I've recently been weaning, and I'm down to this tiny little 1/4 of one tablet, which is pretty amazing. 5 milligrams. I'm down to 5 milligrams of prednisone, and I feel like myself. I don't feel crazy anymore. It was making me so crazy. And then this little booger is my Synthroid, and I really don't have a choice. I have to take that. I don't. If I had a thyroid that was functioning, I would try this AIP and juice and holistic approach and maybe try to get off of that if I had a thyroid that was still functioning somewhat. But I don't have a thyroid. I had my thyroid removed 10 years ago, and that's when all this mess started. Okay, so I'm going to take this actually. So that's my, I get to chew that one, I forgot. And I love it. It's sweet. Lisa says, do you share more of the details of the juice, diet, and resources to refer back to? Yes, Lisa, if you will go to my website, traceysfancy.com, if someone's on here and they can share that for me, that would be fabulous. In fact, if you'll go to traceysfancy.com and look at the Fancy Food Friday page, there is a Fancy Food Friday page. Go specifically to that page, if someone could share that. It is everything we talk about here. There are recipes, not a whole lot of recipes. I'm not a huge recipe follower, but there's my story for one, which you probably should listen to because it kind of explains why I'm doing this. It's not a fad for me. It's not because I wanted to lose weight. There's a whole long history behind it. So there's my story. There is information about juicing. There are some shows that I recommend you watching. There are, thank you, Liz. Thank you. And good morning, Amy. And good morning, Ashley. Hi, you guys. So yeah, all that information's there, and all of every single video that we do. I think we're about 4 weeks behind on posting videos, but there's lots of videos, and I'm not kidding y'all. People really are watching them like a Netflix series. I know I'm not a Netflix series, but people are writing me saying, hey, I'm watching your videos, I'm on video 7, or I'm watching your videos, I'm on video 13, or so they really are. They're watching them, and it's good if you start with number 1 and just over time watch them all. They're these videos right here. So there's a lot of chatter. Oh, Nini's saying hi to Ashley. Ashley's my cousin. Isn't that precious? Thank you, Lachelle. Thank you. I feel really good. I do. I feel really, really good. Because you are eating more fruit every day and vegetables. Yes, I do feel so good. So anyway, explains all that on there. I don't remember now. Was it Lisa Mueller? Is that right? That asked? So yeah, it's all there. All there. So, and I just juiced for you, for those of you who are afraid of juicing, not to be confused with smoothies. This is my vitamin. I get to chew it. It's good. All right, smoothies. Where'd it go? Oh. This is my Smoothie Maker. Some people have a Vitamix, and they do everything on the Vitamix. I don't. Diane Mayer. My videos are at traceysfancy.com. TraceysFancy.com. There's an E in my name. Tracey, C-E-Y. Fancy.com. And when you go to the main page, it'll say Fancy Food Friday. You'll see this blender with some fruit and vegetables and paint on it. Click on that and it'll take you there. All the videos are listed there. I think they're also on YouTube. So this is my Smoothie Maker, like this. And then these little cups, like this, you fill with I use coconut milk and fruits and vegetables, and I've got all kinds of smoothie recipes too. And then you just screw this lid on it like this, and then you pop it in, and you just push, and it blends it all up, and then you turn it up, take the lid off, and then you just drink it. I drink 1 to 2 smoothies a day, every day, not in place of a meal, in addition to a meal. So I drink a juice, then I have breakfast, and then I eat lunch, and then if I need a snack, I have a smoothie, and then I eat dinner, and if I need a late snack, I usually have another smoothie or some sweet potatoes. So you're welcome. This is Elaine, are you asking what brand this is? This is a Ninja. It's a NutriBullet Ninja. That's what that's called. So, so that's that. And I do have something else I wanted to tell you guys. Do you remember last week? By the way, this is really good, y'all. That's going to be hard to not make every morning. That's better than the green juice for sure. Okay. You're welcome, Elaine. All right. I showed y'all this last week. This is, sorry, it's backwards. This is coconut butter. And we talked about it. Maranatha. I don't know if that's how you say that. It says creamy. I had read about this on the Autoimmune Protocol Elimination Diet Support Group that's on Facebook. That I love that group. They had mentioned, a lot of people in there talk about this, and they're like, oh, I eat it by the spoonful right out of the jar. It's so yummy. They spread it on plantain pancakes. And anyway, I was like, man, I'm going to get that. And they say it's better than peanut butter. Okay, I do miss peanut butter. There's not a lot of things I miss, but peanut butter is one of them. I miss peanut butter, and I miss pizza, and I miss chips and queso. I love you, Ashley and Nene, both of you. So I'm like, I'm going to go get some of this. So I went and I bought some, and I opened it up, and it was real hard, and it says creamy, but it wasn't creamy. So I stuck my finger on the top of it and was like, oh, that is awful. That's just like coconut oil, my normal coconut oil that I use. Why is this coconut butter different than coconut oil? It tastes exactly the same. So I told y'all, oh, this is terrible. Does anyone know, am I doing this wrong? Because it's not good. Okay, I'm wrong. Sorry, let me tell you what happened. I don't know, I came across another recipe that I tried, so I had to pull more out of here, and I used a spoon. Well, guess what? When you break through the top, the consistency completely changes, and what was at the top of that was actually coconut oil. So like when you buy natural peanut butter and the oil comes to the top, that's what had happened. So it really was coconut oil at the top. Well, when you stir that into this, there's some goodness underneath. So for those of you that are new, if you really are going to do strict whole food diet, and if you happen to have an autoimmune disease and you want to do the autoimmune elimination protocol diet, which is extremely strict, but very helpful and very beneficial, if you really want to feel better, if you're suffering from chronic inflammation of any sort, I highly suggest you try. Anyway, look how much has gone out of here now. Can y'all see that? It's so good. So, yeah, now it's great. So now it's creamy and not hard. It's like you can kind of mash it. It almost makes me cry. It's that good. You may hate it. Let me tell you why. If you're not on board all the way and you've not gone through the shift of your metabolism and the change in your taste buds, when you cut sugar completely out of your diet and empty carbs completely out of your diet, as long as I have, it's been over 6 months, you find sweetness and goodness in things that you would never taste if you're still giving your body sugar. If you still are eating real sugar, you aren't going to be able to taste the sweetness in things like this or things like this. This is going to taste bad to you. So don't try it until you've come on board completely and you've gone a while without sugar. Then you can try this because it's really, really good. It has the consistency of peanut butter, a really dry peanut butter, but it has a very nutty flavor, and it is really, really good. So I just wanted to tell you all that. Isn't that the truth, Ruth? It is. Natural sweetness is heavenly, but we don't, in the processed food world, you don't taste it. You taste natural things and you're like, that's awful. Well, because you had brownies after dinner last night. That's why. It's because you had a peanut butter toast for breakfast, like processed real peanut butter for breakfast this morning on white bread. But that's delicious stuff. So I just felt like I needed to do a disclaimer. Sugar was killing me, Ruth says. I'm telling you guys, sugar is my worst. Sugar is my worst. Sugar will make me feel worse than anything, for sure. How did you know about my brownie? Emily, pizza. You had pizza too, you know. Pizza, you had a brownie. It's because you're just, you know what? I was going to say that it's because you are a naturally tall, skinny person, and you don't have to worry about it. But I know you're hurting, Emily. I know you are. And your lungs, you need to clean that diet up, sister. I think you had brownies because you're single so much at home with 4 kids because your husband travels a lot. That's why I think you had brownies. And wine. Wine. I think you had wine. I think you did. Don't even like bread anymore. It tastes awful, Corrine. You know, I'm hoping, I mean, I don't miss bread. I don't. But I do, when I go through the reintro, which shouldn't be too long that I start to begin to reintroduce foods. When you're on the autoimmune protocol diet, you eliminate foods for a minimum of 30 days. This long list of foods. The whole thing's on my website. You eliminate the foods and then you reintroduce them one at a time. And see how you feel when you eat that food. And you find out if you have food sensitivities that way. One of the things I would like to try is the natural breads that they keep in the refrigerator section at the health food stores. What's better than Confessions? Oh, dang. This is better. What is Confessions? Is Confessions a show? Yeah. Is there a show I need to be watching called Confessions? I don't know about Confessions. I want to hear about that. I want to hear Confessions with Tracey. Who else has some confessions? Anybody else? My confession was that I don't normally drink this glass. That's really sad that that's as big as it's normally this ugly plastic jar. And that's so sad. That I'm really not living on the edge anymore, guys. I'm not. No, at church. At church. You must be Catholic. I couldn't have grown up that way. I can't imagine. Okay, we right? You don't talk politics and religion, right? I just can't imagine having to go like into a thing and like do confessions. That would be so strange to me. Especially when I was a teenager. Oh, good times. Good times. So anyway, Ezekiel bread. Yes, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. I love that bread, but in moderation. So I haven't tried it. Because Lisa, what's in that? Does that have nuts? It has like is it spelted wheat or it's a spelted bread? Does it have some nuts in it? Sure, you're cracking me up. When we took my mom to the doctor a couple weeks ago, Nini, she talked about those breads, the Ezekiel breads. The nurse practitioner was talking to her about them. So, I don't know, it's just something that I would like to try. But I did make those plantain, was supposed to be making plantain waffles, remember you guys, a couple weeks ago? And it was a fail, but they ended up making like these plantain patties, and they were like a bread patty to me. It was really, really good. And I think that this, I bought this thinking I would put it on there. I think this would be really good on those. That sounds good. I'm going to make those this weekend. I might make those tonight. I might need to go buy some plantains. I don't have plantains. That over there is a load of bananas. You see all those bananas? We go through so many bananas. I've got bananas and a pot that always has bananas, avocados, and sweet potatoes. Now there are some regular potatoes, white potatoes over there, because we had my daughter's in-laws over for dinner night before last, and I made 2 big crock pots full of roast and potatoes and carrots, and for them. I didn't eat. It's got sprouts and other goodies, different flavors. Yeah, I look forward to try. So I wonder, why do you eat it in moderation, Lisa? What's in it that you have to eat it not that often? Can you tell me? Can you tell us a little bit about that? I'd love to know. I'd love to convert a few bread eaters over to that, if you have some information on that. If not, that's a really good topic for me to dive into. It's just, I feel like I can't because I don't eat it. And I don't like to promote anything. I can't try myself So anyway, so I think that's it, you guys, today. I really am enjoying this juice. I'm really enjoying the ginger, and I'm definitely adding ginger. It's got so many other, it's got a lot of nutritional benefits to it. So ginger and turmeric and garlic. I use a lot of turmeric. I eat turmeric in my salads almost every day. I buy, it's actually the H-E-B Central Market organic ground turmeric, and I go through a lot of it. I wonder if Costco has a larger organics one. I need to look. Okay, look, I think she might be answering us. Let's see. Yes, it's got sprouts and other goodies. She's saying it still is the same as bread. Okay, just healthier. Well, if I were eating bread, I would switch over to that for sure. Explore Canyon Bakehouse products. I'm gluten intolerant and love all their products. Mary, thank you. Thank you for that. That's really good information for anyone that, is that something that you can order? Mary, do you order that on Amazon? Let us know. So anyway, we have a pretty low-key weekend. I'm super excited. Please don't forget to keep an eye out for, oh, Vanessa, that's a good idea. Do you know if do they have the organic options? I try to use organic spices also. But please keep your eye out, you guys, on Tracey's Fancy here later on today. That was Emily that I was talking to that said that I saw her eat a brownie last night. She is the one I am waiting on. She's getting everything all wrapped up for me and makes it nice and pretty. I always say that I send it over to her and she puts a big bow on it and makes things pretty. So Powerhouse Bakery in San Antonio, super healthy, gluten-free meals and desserts. Kelly's telling us, my daughter has celiac, but she would benefit from this that you do. Absolutely, Lisa. You know that she would. Absolutely. If she has celiac disease, she needs to try the AIP. She needs to try it. 30 days. If you could get her to do it for 30 days. Target carries, Target does. Whole Foods Sprouts, ship online, Mary's saying. Okay. Yay, Sherry. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, so when you see it come across on Facebook, it's not a video, but just be watching. Please like and share for me and help me get the word out. I really would appreciate that. Oh, and Rand just popped on. Rand is my daughter's father-in-law that I just talked about that I made the roasted potatoes for. I was just talking about the roasted potatoes, Rand. Because there's white potatoes over there next to my sweet potatoes. And Sherry's on too. Hey, you guys, we're jumping off. We're done. We made a juice this morning. I made my morning cocktail. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. It had beets in it this morning. We had beets, apple, lemon, celery, and ginger, and cucumber. It was so good. And Aunt Kathy, I have this little surge of family and friends coming on at the last second. So, okay, guys, I wish you all a fabulous weekend. Thank you for joining me here on Fancy Food Friday. I will see you again next Friday at 9 o'clock. And keep your eye out. Tracey's Fancy in the paint world for something new. You have to be careful with sprouts because they can go bad. Yeah, I think that's why they stay in the fridge, right? Lisa, is that why they keep them in the fridge? Thank you. Thanks, you guys, for all the information. It was wonderful to see you guys. Y'all have a good weekend. God bless you all. I love you all. And y'all go make some juice and stay healthy. We'll see you next Friday. Bye.